Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's session of Glory of the Giants here on Swindler's Den. We've got a goodie for you tonight, but before we can get to that, be sure to follow all the socials for Swindler's Den. That way you can keep up with everything Swindy. I don't know. The Discord is the most happening place. If you want to join us there, the link is in the About section of the channel. It's the most consistent place you can find it. Otherwise, we got some players to introduce. Did I want to say anything else? Probably, but here we are. We're introducing players now. First off, we got Grizlocke.
Hello, I'm a goodie. Named Grizlocke, and you can find me on YouTube under that same name. I have been playing WoW Hardcore Classic over there. It's been a lot of fun. I'm officially a level 20 hunter, so come watch Garbenheimer do Deadmine soon. I'll be playing Killborn Kirigan, the half-elf ranger with now 1 level in fighter.
Ooh, speaking of a goodie, we got Barely Caffeinated.
Hey there, I'm Barely Caffeinated, and you can find me at Crits and Coffee on YouTube, where currently I am playing some old school RuneScape Leagues 4. So that's what I've been up to. Tonight I am playing Siegfried, the human cleric.
Ooh, it is a curiosity that's been unfolding with Siegfried. But speaking of question marks, we've got DrPhage.
Hello, I'm DrPhage or Adam. You can find me on Twitter at Little Growth. You can also find me on Gluttony and Earth on the Interdimensional Library, IDL_RPGS. I play there with Baka and Kyle. It's very fun. But tonight, I'm playing Benjamin, who is a half-elf warlock.
Oh, speaking of, Kyle, still on vacation. He sent us updates. He's in Icewind Dale right now, so getting cold up in there. Hawaiians go to cold places for vacation. We go to Hawaii for cold places. That's how we go.
So weird.
Anyway, last time on Glory of the Giants, our group had finished their combat with the corrupted unicorn, and while taking a rest to recover from said combat, the unicorn also recovered that they had purified, and it gave them some information about how that came to be. The Fomorians had come through the Fate Portal and infected the unicorn, which then infected the river and the land around it. And it told Killborn of his princess being in danger. So they made post-haste into the portal, where they found, unlike the portal that Killborn was protecting, it was not a doorway portal, but a vortex portal. So they had a little bit of space to travel over to get to the Feywild, in which, because of how things work, it became thinner. The space between realms is thinner and more interactable with the gods, and they started to interact in a way of trying to snatch Kevhorn out of the vortex. One of them was able to, in the end. An unknown deity scooped him up and pulled him away, leaving the party and the baby little owlbear alone in a permafrost covered spring court of the Feywild, in which they were approached by a nasty looking giant folk who was crawling on all fours, using his arms to come up over his shoulders to keep propelling him forward. A very strange and squiggly guy. And after a failed deception from Killborn, not knowing the princess had been already obtained by the Fomorians, got into combat, in which our group unleashed on him, being pretty upset about having been stopped at both sides of the portals. When they were they were quickly followed up by 2 arrows that put the giant folk down, and those arrows turned out to be unleashed from some fawns, twin daughters of a satyr that Killborn knows. In which they quickly followed off into the forest after them to a hideout where apparently the satyr was, so they could talk further. As you all are moving through this frozen forest, it's not a super thick forest because it's not the full body of the summer court as Kelborn would know, but the spring court does have its own beautiful forest, just not as dense. We're gonna do a little bit of a rewind for a second here because something was brought to my attention I wasn't aware of in between sessions. Benjamin, you are looking down at your hands now after this combat. This rash had started to form on your hands after casting this lightning bolt. And it burns and stings, and you guys are having a hard time keeping up with these fawns, not only because you mechanically have a level of exhaustion, but you also just feel fatigued and lightheaded, and even still your vision's a little blurry. And you think back to this morning when you were preparing, everybody was kind of talking to the unicorn, talking to themselves what had to happen, and you did your morning ritual of casting mage armor on yourself. And at that time, you didn't want to bring it up to anybody else because you weren't sure exactly what was happening. But when you cast it, you did take 2 points of damage, and a rash would have started to form. You would have looked because your chest was maybe itchy or burning a bit, and you would have looked at it underneath your armor, your actual clothes, and a rash would have formed there as well.
Great, very annoying, and not at all spooky.
Yeah, we're bring back to the forest where you're chasing after these fawns who are leaping through the trees, and stop every once in a while they get ahead of you and wait for you to catch up and then start going again.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I actually think Benjamin would probably wait until we get to where we're going before he would ask more questions about it.
Okay. Does anybody want to do anything specific while on this this run through the forest? Even Celeborn's kind of keeping up with them. Again, you still do have a level of exhaustion. It doesn't reduce your movement, but it does keep you a little bit slower. But you kind of know how to traverse through the this forest, even with the permafrost all over the place. You're kind of keeping up, and then you do, as they stop, you stop for Benjamin and Siegfried to catch up, as well as the owlbear cub who's just toddling along after.
Gotta get that thing a Pokeball.
But yeah, if there's nothing anybody wants to say to each other in this moment, eventually, as you're running, you do lose sight of the fawns for a moment before they both land in front of you, Kelborn, one putting her hand up to her mouth in a shush motion, while the other puts her hand out and catches you by the chest, so you stop running forward.
What do you see?
There's a herd of Crinoceros up ahead.
I'm assuming I know what that is.
Roll a nature check.
I mean, I'm gonna guess that it is a rhinoceros made of ice. Oh, and nat 20, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is. So they're originally native to the Winter Court, but it seems the habitat around here would probably suit them at this point.
What are they doing here?
Well, ever since it got cold here, they started moving in, and they've been eating up all the blossoms that are frozen over because they don't mind the ice as it is.
How long ago did all this happen?
Oh, about 7 years ago now.
7 years.
Aye, you've been gone for about 10. So
what's up?
The hideout's on the other side of the plain here. I mean, we can sneak around them, but you don't want to get caught by them. They don't have very great eyesight, but they're pretty damn stupid. And if they catch any sight of you, they're just going to charge because they don't have time to figure out if you're dangerous or not.
Do they have any predators?
Not in the spring court. Well, maybe one, but it hopefully isn't around here right now.
Could you quickly describe it for me?
Well, it's a giant bird.
Okay.
Pretty ugly, long, a hooked beak, kind of wide beak, with they've got like wrinkly red flaps of skin over their eyes and over their beak, or over its. There's only one of them. It's kind of got these like stringy feathers that stick out of its head, kind of making a mantle-looking thing. White feathers, large wings with bands on them. Very like, its body looks like it shouldn't be able to fly, but it can, and its legs even more so. It's got the like long, powerful legs made for running, but it can fly. Very plumage-filled tail feathers.
I'm gonna use to start with minor illusion to just like build what they're describing until I get a pretty good facsimile of it. And just sounds like a giant bird, like nothing real distinct about its call.
Oh no, its call's pretty distinct. You'll know it if you hear it. It's kind of got a gurgle to it. Almost sounds like a chicken, but deeper, more menacing.
Okay, interesting. We'll give this a whirl. What direction do we need to go in?
Well, we need to go straight across, and that's where they are. So
if they would go to either side of where we're at, we'd be okay.
for the most part, again, unless they catch wind of us when they move, but we'd have more time to get out of the way and probably easier sneaking.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to do two things.
All right.
I'm gonna resummon Huey, have him be invisible, and have him fly to a point like off to the, we'll say to our right of the rhinoceroses, within like 100 feet of us, but up in the air. And I'm just gonna hope that these things are real stupid, because I'm then going to cast Major Image and basically recreate that creature at its full size, so like 20 feet across, and look like it's swooping down. And then on my turn, I can use actions to continue to make it look like it's moving and things like that.
Okay.
Can I help with this? Since I have thaumaturgy, can I help try to recreate the sound of it?
Yes. So for starters, just so you're aware, this field, which Kelborn, you know this field, you've frolicked through these flowers before with somebody.
Do all the frolicking.
With somebody special, not just on your own.
I mean, I would totally do that on my own.
There you go. But this field's about 300 feet across. Rhinoceros herd, about 20 of them, about 150 feet. So they're like right in the center, just chewing on blossoms, crunching on ice. So that for as far as distances and stuff. But yes, we can do all of these things.
Yeah, because like at least with the image, if Siegfried's gonna do sounds, that works, because I was just gonna try to imitate it, but that the thaumaturgy will probably work better for it. But yeah, then just like the image, like the first action I guess would be like it looks like it's suddenly swooping down from the sky, and then calling out as it appears to try and like spook them to the left.
All right. Yeah, you start making this this noise and having this image of this enormous bird swoop down. And as you look out from the frozen bushes, you start to see the rhinoceros like look up to the sky, and then begin to run the opposite way of where you're having the bird swoop down.
Perfect. I mean, on my action, I can continue to move it. I can just continue to, as long as I'm still within range of it. So like, whenever we start moving forward, I can't move it much more forward because I'm about at the limit of my range, but just like on that radius, just like keeping it swooping after these rhinos to keep driving it further and further left.
Okay, we're gonna go into like a mini initiative. So I'm gonna have all of you roll. We'll take like the average, and that will be against the other things in this space.
I got a 9.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
17.
Wait, is this a skill technically?
Technically, yes.
Ah,
So it would be a disadvantage.
I
still
rolled
a
another
9.
12 for a 14. That's so weird.
All right. So we will start this mini initiative with the Crinoceros moving away. Did you have it coming from the right to the left or the left to the right?
From our perspective, it would be right to left. So like swooping down from the right, moving to the left.
Driving them to the left. Okay, so they start charging to the left. You can hear the thundering of their massive feet on this plane, crunching against the permafrost as they go. And you guys, if you like, could start moving. Go.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me stealth checks.
No, disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
You guys are already at disadvantage. You have heavy armor.
No, not anymore.
That fucking sucks. I would have had a nat 20. I got a 5.
Got a 5. All right.
I got a 9.
All right.
Hopefully they're more afraid of
I-
that bird
yeah.
than they are charging us.
I got a dirty 20.
Got a dirty
Ooh.
20. And the Fawn twins rolled pretty well too, so that brings up your average. But you continue the noise of this bird and driving the Crinoceros away. They don't seem to be bothered with looking for things on the ground right now, just trying to get away from this enormous bird. Yeah. You guys can continue to move. Are you trying to run, or are you because with thaumaturgy, you have to use that as your action, so you couldn't full dash. But are you trying to be sneaky about it, or are you just like moving normal pace, essentially, is what would the choices be here?
I assume we're moving at normal pace since
Okay.
Siegfried and I are stuck without dashing. Although we can, like, I could leave it in one spot if they don't seem to be, like, checking back on it for us to dash one round.
They seem to be checking on the bird, but not for things on the ground.
Okay.
Like they're running because the bird is after them. All right. So they continue to run. Anything special on your guys' turn, or just moving again?
Probably just moving, right?
Yes, I'm debating something. Because if we... oh, go ahead.
Just a quick question. So it says the duration is a 1 minute effect, but I don't have to keep casting that, right?
Nope.
So I could technically dash.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I can... if we want to dash for a round, I can use a Misty Step to keep up with you guys and still keep that action of, like, the bird swooping. Because it, like... I can only get it 120 feet away from me, so I can only drive them off so far, but kind of like keep them, like the birds, still circling over and behind them, or at least still around. So it doesn't stop in the air, as birds are not wont to do.
I'll
so-
dash.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll use a Misty Step to then keep up with everyone.
All right. Use a round to dash. Give me another stealth check. It would have been a disadvantage, but you're already doing disadvantage, so.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Ew.
That's a 17, even with disadvantage.
That's a nat 1 for 6.
I got an 8.
All right. You guys begin to go into a dead sprint across this field. And you don't think it's your movement that brings the attention, but rather the movement of an enormous bird that hunts these rhinoceros that might have drawn the attention of not a squeal. It's a call. It's like deep and guttural. Kind of sounds like a chicken's, and you can hear the gurgling almost as if it has blood in its throat. It comes screeching across the field.
Oh no, mating season.
As
oh no, mating season.
Cresting from the frozen trees from the far side of the field, you see this enormous bird. Again, this thing doesn't look like it should be able to fly. Like, it's got a very, like, its stomach kind of hangs down. It looks like it has a chicken's body with like ostrich legs that, unlike other birds that fly with long legs, that kind of have them hang behind them. It like has them pulled up underneath it, just these enormous taloned feet hanging down awkwardly, and these probably larger wings to overcompensate for this body size, banded with black bands, this weird off-color white plumage, just this disgusting hanging flesh around its eyes, and its beak comes soaring from behind the trees and seems to notice what's going on here.
Cool. That's exactly what I wanted to have with my illusion.
Maybe. Maybe they'll go after its natural prey.
Well, probably go after your bird first. It's probably not happy it's here.
I mean, that's not the end of the world, because it'll figure out pretty quickly that it's not real. Maybe it'll confuse it.
All right. The Crinoceros take another round to run. They're getting toward the edge of the field at this point. They won't have much place else to go unless they want to go through the forest, which they might.
I'll have the illusion swoop low, like it's gonna like try to go up and like get at the bird from below to go after its stomach, to maybe drive off the real one.
All right. Give me a performance or a deception.
Okay, I mean they're the same.
Disadvantage, obviously.
Yep. Ooh, that's still pretty good. Would have been another natural 20. We'll do a performance of 19.
Of 19. All right. What are the rest of you doing?
Sprinting.
Sprinting. I'm thinking, can I think of knowledge about this bird that's now introduced itself into the fray?
Do a history check.
A vision based on movement sort of situation here. Oh my! All right, this die jailed for today. It started with a nat 20. That's 2 nat 1s. So
2 nat 1s.
You say nature? It's like a 3.
A history, yeah.
Yeah, history.
Yeah,
it's a 0.
You've never seen this bird. You do know the fawns said there's only one of them. So that's what you know of this bird so far.
Very unlucky. This one running.
All right, so you guys dash. It would leave Benjamin behind if you dash, because I think you have to use your action to move it, right?
Mm-hmm. I have to use my action to do things with it.
So dash or no dash?
Dash.
You're still dashing? You're gonna leave him behind?
Free is slow.
I'll dash, but I'll go 45 instead of the full 60.
Okay.
Doesn't make math hard, I guess.
45. All right. I just got like a plain map. It's nothing special to look at. Yeah. So, in fact, it's the same one you guys already used. All right. So you see this enormous bird, and the fawns are keeping up with you at this point. Actually, they're like in between Kelborn and Siegfried. This enormous bird crests over the trees and starts making its way across the field. You rolled a 19?
Yes.
It seems to be going, like, it's kind of coming lower now. And it's going to come right over the top of you guys, but it seems to be going after this other approximation of it.
Okay.
It hasn't quite made it there yet. It's made it so the plane is as wide as it is long, so 300 feet either way. It's currently 120 feet coming from the trees. And your bird had almost gone to the other side, so it's coming back towards you guys and kind of meeting in the middle. And you guys are about in the middle as well right now. So it's all coming to a head right now. Unless you want to change your direction. Your bird, the rhinoceros are crashing into the trees. They're full sprinting at this point, just knocking down trees and splintering timber as they go crashing into the forest.
Does it look like this bird is on a course to intercept my bird?
Yes, it is. It's dived down to a point where it doesn't look like it's like pouncing on you at all, because it would have probably came from a higher vantage point straight down at you. It's like come down so that the illusion of your bird can't come up at it, because you were trying to make it look like it was coming up to attack it. So it came down to its level to kind of take it head on. Just like talons scraping into the frost as it gets low to the ground.
Terrifying. I think I will, because it's gonna realize what's happening the minute it interacts with it anyways. So I think this turn I'm just gonna dash and just like sacrifice that the bird's not gonna move this time.
The bird just
because like I'm assuming the other one's gonna be stupid enough that like it's not gonna like veer off quick enough to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would rather continue moving.
All right. Benjamin's dashing. Anybody else?
Dash away.
60.
With my Naruto arm, so I go like this.
And you are 60 ahead of Kelborn. So Siegfried, you are Meredith, one of the two fawns, pulls out in front of you to like direct you where to go instead of just letting you go off into the trees on your own. And Delilah's right behind you with Kelborn right behind her, and Benjamin sprinting behind with the owlbear in between Benjamin and Kelborn as you're all running. And I don't think any of you look back to see it, but for the audience, we see this enormous bird go for the illusion, and it like tries to bring its feet forward, but because of how it flies and how big it is, it's hard for it to do that. And it kind of goes to land with its talons into the illusion, but goes straight through it, and the talons crash into the ground. And this bird, not being ready for the collision to happen this way, kind of flips over itself and kind of tumbles on the ground, just ripping up the ground, its wings and legs everywhere as it tries to right itself. Kind of gets up on these enormous feet, and is going to use its turn to look to see if it can even see you guys where you were running at. And it seems to pick you up. It doesn't get any more movement this turn, but it knows which direction you guys are in, and it's on its strong running legs now. So it is back to you all.
Do we hear it running toward us if we didn't see it?
Oh, you hear it crash into the ground, and like it starts crying out, and the cry is reverberating behind you, so in your direction. So you can assume it knows.
Run or fight. I can try and slow it down.
How far away are we from the forest?
How
far am I away from the forest?
How far
That's the
are you?
question I have.
Well, Siegfried's 70.
Oh Lord, I'm still so far away.
So it depends on how, you are, like 130. So it's how fast you think this bird is on its feet, or if it's going to try and take off and come after you.
And how far away am I from the bird?
The bird, I will say, because I have it generally where it's at, it is 70 feet away from you.
That's
you kind of like look back quickly, and it's rolling over onto its feet.
70 feet away.
Okay. I am going to again take a risk. I'm so far away from the forest, but I'm gonna get eaten by this bird. I'm gonna try though. If it's 70 feet away from me, I can still hit it with a web because it's a 20-foot cube with a range of 60 feet, so I can get it like just on the edge of my web. Even if I don't like get it, it'll be some difficult terrain. It's like in and has to move through. And that goes when it starts its turn, and then I'm just using all of my movement.
All right.
Yeah, I was actually gonna do something too, but I almost wonder if I should wait around then.
I'm gonna shout to the fawns. Can it speak? Does it understand language?
I've never tried.
Okay, well, I mean, it was something.
So seeing Benjamin cast that, man, I wish I didn't waste a spell slot. The whole freaking action spell. It's the worst feeling ever.
I'm gonna also bonus action drink my last potion, just because I've got a little fucked up that last fight.
Here's what I'll do. I'm not gonna go further than.
Speaking of that,
Yeah, I just
gotta remember. You keep going. You can keep going.
I'm only gonna move my 30. I'm not gonna dash, and I'm going to prepare an action to cast Entangle. Either on the only thing is the creature might not be within range if it gets webbed enough. So I'm gonna cast Entangle, hopefully on the creature. But if I can't cast it on the creature, can I cast it on the ground to still hopefully like slow it down?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Benjamin, you take 9 points of damage as this rash continues to grow.
Oy vey, good thing I drank that potion.
Let's see. I'm just making a token for this bird, so I kind of don't have to guess where it is. I actually know where it is. And you cast out web behind you, and it like lands on the ground and kind of over the feet of this bird. Kelborn, were you moving at all, or just holding Entangle where you're standing?
No, I was moving 30 feet.
Okay. 30. And Siegfried, what are you doing?
I'm also going to move 30 feet, and at the same time, I will bless. I'm just gonna bless us 3.
Okay. As you do so, take 10 points of damage as your rash continues to grow down your arms.
Oh no.
Yeesh.
All right. Spells cast, movement made. Meredith like gets to the edge of the forest, and Delilah's kind of ahead of you now, Siegfried, but not leaving you all behind yet. And the bird must make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
It's gonna pass with flying colors, no pun intended.
Be sure?
I'm sure. You should be.
Is still difficult terrain.
It is still difficult terrain. So it is going to dash, but that means it can only move 40 feet. So still pretty far away from you.
What's
Because it was 70, you move 30, so now it's 60 feet away from Benjamin.
Okay, so then that means it's like 75 for me because I was 15 ahead from him. Because
you're 110 feet away from it. You're much further away.
Oh, I don't think I should be because Benjamin.
Because you were 15 when Benjamin caught up to you on this turn, and then you moved again. If you wanted to be closer, you can. Just because we're theater of the minding it, so I've been
trying to just stay 15 feet ahead of.
Okay,
Benjamin.
yeah. We can do that.
I don't know where I got mixed
I might
up.
have misheard you at some point. Yeah, you're 15 feet ahead of him.
Yeah, so then I turn around, I slam my sword into the ground, and these roots start to like grow in a line up until they hit the bird and start to try to entangle it in these vines and roots.
All right, you take 5 points of damage as a rash starts to come up your arms from where it started. Strength save for entangle, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, it rolled pretty freaking bad.
Ooh.
Where are your stats, young sir? You don't have good saving throw on strength. What the hell?
Yes.
It's like you used the wrong stats for this bird. Oh, it's a 9.
That fails. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's restrained.
Nice.
And has to use its action to break out on later turns, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. That was good. It was good. Good teamwork.
All
Nice job, team.
right. And because I was a held action, it's actually now all of your turns again.
Run.
Full sprinting, not doing any action, seeing that these vines are messing up the bird for the time being, at least.
All right.
Yeah, sprinting, dashing.
Dashing through the snow.
I am also going to, as a, sorry, let me just check something real quick. No, I won't. Sorry, never mind.
All right, Siegfried, you break the forest line and start to follow Meredith as she goes deeper in. And oh, good.
As I'm running, can I just yell out to Meredith, "What in the hell is this rash?"
I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever strange diseases you have are on your own. She starts taking to the trees and hopping through them. And Delilah's waiting for the other two of you. Bird's turn. Let's try to see if we can break out.
Yeah.
What's your save?
An action to make a save. 13.
It gets a 16, so it starts ripping its strong feet out of these tendrils and starts to run after you, but doesn't get its full movement. Its full dash. So it's still pretty far behind all of you, but it is picking up chase again.
And the vines are still difficult terrain, or is it not
let's
once it
see.
saves?
Duration,
I
these
believe they
plants turn the ground area into difficult terrain.
Yep. I was playing it as it was. But yeah, you see it starts to take a few steps forward, and you hear the enormous wings come out as it starts to flap, taking off of the ground again. Seeing as it's been messed up on the ground twice, it's getting off of it. All right. But on your turns, both you can dash into the forest if you would like.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you
Okay,
want
we
to
can
get some
make it
XP,
with a
you can
dash.
fight this bird. Yeah,
If we
both
can
of
make it
you.
with a dash, I'm going to get into the trees.
Yes. Both of you. Oh, I don't even have you guys on the winter scene. Let's go over here to the winter scene. Now that you're back in the forest, as you break through the tree line, you hear the bird's enormous wings, and as you get into the trees, it starts to caw out and starts to fly over the top of the trees, searching for all of you. But not too far in. Siegfried, Meredith stops at a tree and like lifts a board covered in snow and ice. Says, "Come on, get in."
Benjamin.
Siegfried hops in, and then Delilah like brings you two up there as well. She hops in.
I'm moving rough. Not Benjamin ain't looking good even after getting blasted by whatever the giant did to me.
You kind of scramble into this really old looking tree, kind of twisted in the middle of this forest, covered in ice and snow. And then Meredith hops in and pulls the board over her as you all enter this space. As you start, it's not too much of a crawl, and it's kind of a bigger space, so not even much of a crawl, but kind of make your way deeper into the tree. And Delilah calls out, "Father, we've brought some guests. We're back home." From deep as this tree begins to open into like this living space, warm living space, you can see there's like different pelts hanging over furnitures and on the floors. A kettle like over a fire. From one of the back rooms, you hear, "Oh, did you all know? Well, let me come." Oh, well, as you see, like a older, stockier looking satyr, kind of missing some hair on the top, horns kind of curling out to the sides a little bit. Differently from Meredith and Delilah, who are both wearing tops but no bottoms, he's wearing bottom but no top over his goat legs. He kind of stops as he looks at all of you. Well, this is no ordinary guest now, is it? Kelborn Kerrigan, as I live and breathe. I thought I'd never see you again.
It's good to see you, Billy.
Oh, well, bring it in now, lad. As he like walks over, comes up to like Kelborn's midriff as he puts his arms around you for a hug.
Now, tell me, what the heck is going on here?
Oh, well, why don't you introduce us to your friends first?
That's right. This here is Benjamin and Siegfried.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Bill Bedos. Oh, an owl. Yeah, he brought an owlbear into my abode.
Invisible thing. And Finks is here.
Oh, of course. How could we forget Finks as she comes flying out and like goes over and gives him a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, your party's a lot bigger than it looks on the screen.
Well, now, it's been quite a while, hasn't it? I suppose you do need some answering. Sorry, got a bit of a cough.
It's all this cold weather.
Yeah. Tell me about it. There's no spring out there anymore.
Start that. When did that happen? Your daughters, man, my have they grown? I said this happened 7 years ago.
Yes, about 7 years ago, when the Fomorians started coming in and attacking us, attacking our lands. Everybody sit down. It's going to be a lot to talk about.
Well, don't take too long, because we're on a tight schedule.
We'll try to keep it as brief as we can. You see, like, the two daughters go and take place further back in the room. Kind of like getting arrows reset and mess with their bows. And Billy kind of sits down in his bigger chair. All right, so it's been about 10 years since we last saw you. You went out to your portal. Then about 3 years in there, you were due to come back soon, but that's when the Fomorians started attacking. Seemed to come out of nowhere. They were attacking the court and any of the major lords or ladies of the Spring Court lands.
I heard they took the princess.
Well, even before they were, well, we'll get to that. Even before that, while they were attacking these lands, the other courts began to grow nervous. Summer and fall were worried they were next. And that's when Queen Isabella of the Winter Court offered that King Owen wasn't capable of leading anymore, allowing this to happen. She offered to bring her forces in and stop the Fomorians in exchange of gaining control of the Spring Court. Of course, summer and fall weren't ready to put up their own people, and as long as it protected them.
Why give your kingdom to one so that you don't lose it to another?
King Owen didn't have much say in it. He was outvoted, and Winter was allowed to come in as long as they removed the Fomorians. She gained control of the Spring Court.
What's Sharon got to say about all this?
He's not too happy about it. We have, running theory, as it were, that Queen Isabella pulled some kind of deal with the Fomorians on the backside, because though they aren't attacking anymore, they're working for her, which seems to be quite a switch from what was happening.
So, where's King Owen now?
Haven't seen him since she stepped in.
And do you know where they're keeping the princess?
Haven't seen her either.
They, the Fomorians, they attacked my gate as well. That's what got me here.
Let's, wonder you're alive still then.
Oh, you should have seen that. I stood no chance. I mean, thanks to me and my friends, yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, we thank you for keeping our boy alive here. He's gotten himself into many a trouble before.
Yes, happy to assist. Kelborn, when we came across your portal, was that when you were due to cross back over?
I never received word to come back. I thought I would never.
Interesting. But it was still around 7 years ago when the Fomorians started to attack. Which we can assume then was near when we met up with you. It's been like close to a month since we picked up Kelborn. Because we had like 3 or 4 days getting down to the forge, a week over, and then like a week back. Like, okay.
It's been roughly a month, yeah.
I mean, that's we may be on a tight timetable, but it seems to be holding true that the Feywild is moving quicker than the material plane. If it's only been a month since we encountered the giants, but it's been 7 years here.
Time would be on our side then.
And I'll like not turn away from Billy, but like mostly turn towards Kelborn and Siegfried and say, there's something happening when I cast magic that is painful and unpleasant.
I don't have anything like that, but I do have a terrible rash.
I mean,
it's taken everything not to scratch it right now.
Yeah, I mean, mine is a rash too, but it's painful.
Hey.
I'm in the same boat, Benjamin. Could I take a look at yours and maybe I can figure out its source?
Sure. I'm just like unbutton my shirt.
It is on your hands as well.
I'm assuming, do I have a rash as well? Is
Unbutton my
that why I
shirt.
took the 5 damage?
What was that?
What did I take the 5 damage because I have a rash too?
Yes.
You said
like
okay.
The rash grew as you took that damage. Yep.
Yeah.
I
I
was just
would show
thinking
though,
that
like
Kelborn was too dense to associate the two.
I would show the rash on my hands, but then also on my chest. Kind of explain like when each of them appeared. Like the chest was with mage armor, and the hands were with all the magic I was casting after that.
Right. Yeah. Medicine check, disadvantage, or Arcana.
You know, if we all sort of sit in like a triangle shape, we should be able to itch each other. Get it?
Can I try to assist Siegfried with this?
We'll have you do a separate roll before he rolls. You can roll an Arcana or a Medicine. If you roll high enough, then you can assist it.
Not with a 2.
Okay, so it will just be disadvantage for you then, Siegfried.
That is a 9 then.
Are you still
Yeah,
blessed?
Would still be blessed. But that's not for checks,
Well,
that's for
does blessed
saving
last
throws
1
and
minute,
attacks.
or does it last longer? I can't remember.
Either way, it doesn't help in this situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like at this point, you would know that it's happening when you're casting spells. Outside of that, you aren't sure why this is happening. Benjamin mentioned it started happening this morning, so it could be a Feywild thing if like something was leaking through the portal, but it was happening on the material plane, so you're not entirely sure what this all is.
Can I roll a medicine check?
Yeah, disadvantage.
All right. That's 12.
12.
It's unicorn cooties. No, go ahead.
Yeah, it might be something with the unicorn. You don't know. You know that water was making people sick, and you came in contact with the thing that was causing the water to make people sick. And the unicorn was taking your healing from magic spells. So, might be some dots connecting there, but you're not entirely sure what the cause of all of it is.
It could have something to do with the nasty water and the unicorn.
Well, if that's the case, please allow me to try something. And Siegfried's going to try to cast Lesser Restoration on Benjamin.
All right. You cast Lesser Restoration on Benjamin. You take 8 points of damage.
Oof.
But Benjamin, your rash as Siegfried reaches out to you. What does it look like again when you Lesser Restoration?
I just kind of pull whatever that thing off is. So if it's poison or whatever, I kind of just pull it off, and it kind of just emulsifies into my body.
Mm-hmm. Siegfried puts out his hands, and you can see like black ichor coming out of your pores, and the rash recedes, and your skin begins to look like it usually does.
Who me next?
Like, would I have noticed Siegfried like this rash also spreading as he cast it?
I think Siegfried, you wear longer sleeves, right?
Yeah.
It's like past the sleeves at this point, so you wouldn't have seen it continue because it like his hands are already covered with it.
Okay. Just knowing that it spreads with magic, can I just do like an insight check to see how Siegfried's hanging on?
Yeah, you
Like,
can do
health-wise.
insight, Siegfried. You can do if you're trying to hide it, you can do a deception. Siegfried, you can roll flat. Benjamin has to roll disadvantage though. If you're trying to hide it.
I got a 6.
Siegfried's not really trying to hide it.
Okay, yeah. Like it's the normal amount of pain he shows when taking on others. So like you notice he's taking it in and he's not doing great, but he's still the solid Siegfried, you know.
I want you to be very honest with me, Siegfried. Are you going to be able to heal Kevhorn before you can heal yourself and still be able to heal yourself?
Oh, poor Benjamin. He misses Kevhorn so much.
Hellborn, apologies. It's the first time I've screwed it up in a while.
I know. No, I'm real itchy, but you cast more magic than me, so if it's based off magic, maybe you should carry yourself.
This is where it gets more awkward. Is that I can only cast it once per day.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Siegfried, do you think, based on how you cured that, do you think that dispel magic might do something? Might remove this ailment. Does it seem magically based to you?
Does it seem magical?
With your check, you wouldn't know.
I don't know, unfortunately.
Okay. Plan B. Scratch each other's backs for the rest of the day.
Well, you need to be careful because that can lead to scarring.
I don't care.
We are also just going to have to be careful what else we do today. Knowing that any healing that Siegfried has to do will truly physically harm him, and healing himself may be futile in the current state.
What is your plan of coming here?
Well, I was going to let just Springcourt know that the Fomorians attacked the portal, but it seems that they probably know that's going on, and
Yeah.
but now that I know Galliandra's in trouble, I have to find her.
So what's the plan there? You're just gonna white knight your way up to the front gates of the now winter court?
You know, I haven't thought
Find
that
your
far
way
yet.
through Fomorians and winter soldiers and...
Where's Sharn? Where's Ricola?
Well, Sharn is off on his own mission. Didn't tell me much about it. But Ricola been off in the forest in her own hiding spot. Didn't want all of us together in case they came looking for us, you know.
I suppose, but I think you'd be stronger together.
Yes, but only so strong together. Easier to run than to fight a full army.
Now you have us.
That's true.
Have the Fomorians ever taken captives?
I can only assume that's what the majority of the spring court is at this point.
Apologize. More in the sense of, like some of their guardians, or if people were just to cross into their domain, are they a kill on sight or potentially capture situation?
You know, I think the queen enjoys new statues in her courtyard, so the majority of the time I believe they're taken to her.
They do that to Thistlefoot, do you?
I hate to say anything to upset you about Thistlefoot. I don't know the outcome of him.
No. No.
I wasn't directly involved in any of the court's proceedings, so I don't know what all happened when they took over, but they know I'm an ally to them, so...
I can't be that heartless.
I don't know if they're heartless, but I'm assuming the majority of them are frozen hearts.
Clever. Meredith or Delilah, how often do you pass by the portal that we crossed through?
We like to go out searching now and then to see if we can find anybody, so every couple of days we like to go past there.
Have you ever seen another Fomorian or a changing of the guard of some sort?
They have different Fomorians there. Sometimes Winter Court people.
Do you have any idea how often that changes?
I think it's fairly daily. Different from the opposite side of the portal where they kind of stay there longer because they kind of just make a life for themselves on that side for a little bit.
Yes.
Have you ever seen any turncoats, you know, people of the Spring Court or other means siding with this new Winter Court rule or the Fomorians?
I think a couple of the like the guards of the court and things just kind of turned to that side, just to not be killed or turned to statues or whatever. But I don't know. I don't think there was any that were like willing.
Just wondering if it's possible to, switch sides.
Yes, I was
possibly.
How long does it last?
Air quotes for audio listeners.
We wouldn't have very long, but I could do something similar to what I did earlier. Could make an illusion of a giant that has captured us and bringing us in as a gift, offering, however we want to say it, to the queen. I was hoping the portal guards were there longer and we could just imitate that one. That would have been the easiest, but it sounds like that won't be an option by the time we're ready to actually go to the court. But it's still an option. I can create an image of a different giant or something of that nature to bring us in, so to speak. We only have to only last for 10 minutes. So we would have to be quick once it does happen.
Do they have any trolls working with them?
There's a few trolls and ogres with them.
I'll need chance. Ricola might be able to pass for one of them.
I don't see why she couldn't.
We might
Speaking of, do you ever get that sword of hers a little bit working, as it were?
It does some things.
That might not be a bad idea.
The big sword onto my lap.
Might not be a bad idea to see if she can help you get that a little more juiced too for walking in that court. I don't know how much fighting you'll have to end up doing, but it wouldn't hurt to have that thing up to fighting shape.
Oh, that's a good idea. Sounds like we're going to want to talk to her anyways, so...
Well, we'll have to wait to leave until the Jub bird settles down.
Jub bird.
Oh, that's the big nasty thing.
Aye.
Gotcha. Kind of a crazy situation that I literally made a copy of it and then the real one showed up. Truly an insane set of circumstances.
Oh, weird.
The one and only.
It's taken to the spring court. It can't go to. It's a whole thing. It's a whole. You wouldn't want. It's Fae folklore. You don't need to hear about it. Sorry.
No.
Back to your planning.
It was just truly like I thought it was going to be the perfect thing. Like have this big nasty bird, keep the rhinos off there, and then the big nasty bird showed up, and it truly just like really fucked me over.
Last question, and I'm not expecting any other. No, it doesn't seem like you know much, but any signs of Cormac, my father?
No, I haven't heard about him. So he hasn't left the court, so I don't know if he's still there or if he's frozen. But speaking of the Jub bird and powering up that sword, it's got me to thinking you might be able to get that thing a little nastier than when Rakala was using it. She might be able to help you.
What's that have to do with the bird?
You don't remember the old rhyme?
Kill a jub, win a dub.
Oh, I forgot you. You grew up on the material plane. You probably never heard of it. Well, there's an old rhyme. I won't bore you with the whole thing. But part of it went, beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jub bird, and shun the frumious Bandersnatch. But this is the important part. He took his Vorpal sword in hand, long time the maxim foe he sought. So rested by he the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as an oofish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes aflame came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the Vorpal blade went snicker snack. He left it dead, and with his head he went galumphing back. It's a tale we would tell kids to, scare them into behaving, beware the Jub bird and everything.
Happen to have a picture book version?
No, we don't have books in the Fae.
No, I'm pretty sure you do.
Oh, right, yeah, I shouldn't make that canon. Well,
could you at least write it down?
I could, after the session, send you that.
Alright.
Or you can just look it up online.
Is that a real thing?
Yes, it's a public domain. Look up the Jabberwocky. But yeah, it's a rhyme we tell our kids to keep them behaving, but it does have truth to it. As you saw, the Jub bird is here in the spring court. The Bandersnatch and the Jabberwock are out there as well, never sharing the same court as their territory. But the Jabberwock was killed eons ago with a Vorpal sword. Legend has it, the owner of that Vorpal sword ground it down so it couldn't fall into the wrong hands. But the dust of that sword might just be something you can use to buff up your own sword. You were able to get it. I think Rakala can get you to that dust.
Interesting.
Great. Benjamin, you sound so excited for side quests.
I know, just the bird really. I was far closer to that bird than I wished to be.
I'm not too happy that it's been hunting in this area lately.
Ask Rakala about the dust.
that note's gonna make sense next time we record. Where is this Rakala?
She's been taken to the swamps a little bit north in the spring court here. I mean, swamp is a loose term for frozen over swamp now. More of a bog, frozen over bog. And the twins can take you up to her if you'd like. I'm not much for traveling these days.
No, too old.
Too old. I've grown 10 years more than you
Too
have
fat.
there.
Too slow.
You'll know one day, Celeborn Kerrigan, sooner than I did.
You always were a lazy bastard.
I could still outrun you any day.
I need, in addition to waiting for the bird to settle down, I need to take like a quick, 50 to 60 minute, just like hang out to recover so I'm useful again.
You can say nap. You're within friends.
Yeah, I would love a nap. I know we just got up not that long ago. Would love a nap. Nap would be great.
Well, that's fine. You can stay here as long as you want. I want to hear more about Kelborn's heroics since being on the material plane.
Yes, so many. Let me tell you.
Siegfried already has his bedroll out.
When I get up from my nap, I have one story in particular I would love to tell you about Kelborn Kerrigan. Don't you let me forget it before we leave.
Oh, I won't. I need to hear it.
I'm gonna send Huey out. Like, I'll just have him appear or disappear and reappear like outside of the hideout. Stay invisible and just like perch up on a tree while we're watching, just to like keep an eye out for the Jub bird for when it seems to be more settled. But just so he's out there keeping an eye out.
Oh yeah, he goes up and like you can see the Jub bird soaring above the tree lines, crying out. Every once in a while, it'll just drop and flatten a few trees and then take back up to the sky. Yeah,
I tell him, I'm gonna take a nap. If you don't get crushed, please.
All right, I'll try not to. Yeah, it's like 15-20 minutes, and eventually the Jub bird just takes a rhinoceros and flies away.
I'm already napping. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Before I actually settled down for a little nappy poo, I just kind of pull my my breastplate open, kind of to get Finks to come out.
She flies out.
You don't happen to have any way of communicating, Galliandra?
No.
I mean, there's no way they really caught her, right? She was always so fast and sneaky.
I mean, it doesn't sound good, but maybe she snuck out.
Where might she have gone, you think?
I don't know. Everything's so frozen, too.
Oh, and the big mess, Finks.
It seems that way.
Thistlefoot. Choke back a tear.
I'm sure he's fine.
Alrighty. Gonna try and get some sleep? I suggest you do the same thing.
I'm gonna sleep away from you. You're getting really rashy and sweaty.
Yeah, while you're in there, if you wouldn't mind scratching a bit, it'd go a long way.
I'm not scratching you.
Just
so
do
weird.
it.
No. She like flies and sits down on the mantle, drinks from her acorn flask.
And then I'll lay down.
All right. As you guys take your nap, you can roll your hit die, and we'll take a short break so you guys can take care of that nonsense. We'll be right back, gang. So, all of you gotten your short rest in?
Yes.
Gotten healed up as you could, and whatever features you get back because of short rests. Huey would have let you know as you woke up that the Jub bird has left. You see Billy's kind of sitting in his chair drinking some tea, and
now
the twins are like off doing things.
Do I have a fun story about drinking?
Oh, we have to go. Alright, which way was the exit?
We have to wait for the twins to come back anyway, so
That's
we have
true,
to. We'll just have to wait until. It's a very interesting story. I'm sure you'll love it.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it. Come sit up here by me, and so I can hear everything.
Come sit on Santa's lap.
Yeah, I was worried where that sentence was gonna go.
No,
for a
just on the
second.
dang couch next to me.
I of course recount the tale of Kelborn drinking the nasty water and stripping naked to sleep, and
That's not unusual.
like
Yeah.
drinking the water, being healed, drinking the water a second time, and then stripping naked to sleep as he was sweating profusely.
Oh, yeah. Billy's laughing during the majority of it and gets to the sleeping egg. He's like, oh, he's done that plenty of times before. It's nothing new. He thinks it's going to bait things out and never does.
Oh, okay, that's a strange pattern to have. Good to know, but a strange pattern.
Don't forget about the cream cheese part.
Oh yeah, very specific ask for cream cheese or whipped cream. Really, the whipped cream makes sense. The cream cheese was a strange ask.
I thought if they
Usually he
didn't
only asks
have
for the cream cheese.
what? No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
No.
That's a strange development as well.
But eventually, the twins come down all packed up with things they need for travel. Well, better beat feet if you're gonna make your way up there. Who knows how long it'll take you, you know, Fae shenaniganery.
Which woods is Raikola located in?
Well, she's in the burbling swamps
The Burbling
up north.
Swamps, right?
Or burbling bog, sorry. I keep calling it a swamp. It's a bog. I want it to be different because you're going to do swamp stuff later.
I mean, bogs are cool.
Yeah, I love a good bog. Ever put your hand in the peat? It's pretty fun. The peat moss.
Oh, it's the best. Truly.
Put your hand in there for me while you're up there.
All right. Left or right?
What? Oh, left or right hand? I thought you said after I, and then it took me
No.
a second. I'm like, oh, he's saying left or right? You know I'm a left hand kind of guy.
All right, left hand for you, Bilboros. Bilbos, sorry. Bilbos.
You always did mess up my name the first time.
Brings back memories. Alright, let's it's been good catching up with you.
Be sure to keep yourself alive so we can do it again
Aye.
soon.
And don't die of old age before we come back.
No promises if you take another 10 years to get back here.
Alright.
All right. You all begin to leave with the twins and get out into the forest. Start making your way northwards. Or northwards in the Fae, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm just a DM. Don't ask me.
As we're walking, I'll ask Kelborn. So is Rakala a troll?
Aye.
Interesting.
Yeah, she's quite fascinating.
I haven't heard of many hospitable trolls, so that is new for me.
No, yeah. That's usually the response.
Excellent. But I mean, if she would be willing, though, it would be useful to have her potentially sneak us in. That could be a very powerful ally.
Right. Oh, she's powerful, alright.
Heading off.
Yeah. Again, the twins are in the trees, leaping from the bigger branches. Let's do a survival check. You do have the twins like leading you. So whoever wants to do it, they can do it with advantage, even though you still have disadvantage, and just do it with advantage, just so I'm not rolling for you guys.
So does this like count as favorite terrain or no? Because we're like technically it's like a frosted over forest.
It is a forest still.
I said I wanted mine to be plains, right? Or something. Never mind.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Because plains even I could figure out because they're just flat and I can see where I'm going.
Real. You gotta work on Kelborn's self-talk. Real negative about himself.
Oh, why dice? What was the roll again?
Survival with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Okay.
Yes,
That's good. Okay then. That's 25.
All right, yeah. You're making your way. Like you're able to keep. Essentially, this role is to keep up with them without like veering off path too much. And eventually, you start to hear a noise up ahead. It's like a laughter. Not like any specific kind of laughter. It seems to be coming from different kinds of beings. Like a joyous laughter.
Does it sound like familiar laughter?
Not really. It just seems like multiple different people laughing and having fun up ahead.
I kind of just tap like Meredith on the shoulder and is that her? Does she have a camp up ahead?
Like you see her goat-like ears kind of flick back and forth to catch up on catch as much of the sound as they can. Is no, that's not her, and we're not even close to the bogs yet.
Any idea what that might be?
Just a moment. She'll hop up in the trees along with Delilah, and they'll kind of sneak forward a little bit, and take a little peek. See. Oh yeah. They come back. It's there's a couple of different peoples up there. A couple of goblins, Ladrin, a couple of others. They're just kind of running around a rock and laughing.
Wait, an Eladrin and what?
Just a couple of others.
Oh, like the creature.
Other peoples, yeah.
Oh, okay. I think are there D&D creatures called others?
No, like other kinds of creatures.
No, I got what you meant now, but like I think there might be creatures called others.
There might be, but it's not what I'm referring to.
Yeah. Did you ever meet Uncle Sharn?
Aye.
That's not him.
No, it wasn't him. It wasn't Winter Eladrin's. Looked like a spring, and there was a summer one as well.
Oh.
A couple spring goblins.
Maybe we should go see what's going on. They might know something if they're from the spring court.
Aye, let's go.
What do you think, you two? Like talking to Siegfried and Benjamin.
I'm vastly out of my wheelhouse as to what is normal here and what is not.
You know, singing and laughing is a little strange in these circumstances.
Yes, this all sounds very strange, and I wouldn't approach, but I also don't know if we could still potentially get useful information out of them.
Hey, like, what if they know where the princess is?
It's certainly a possibility. I'll follow your lead. Again, very far outside of my wheelhouse here.
Shit. Alright, can I get somewhere close enough that I can see them? Like, I think, like, one of the two fawns went to see them, right?
Yeah, both of them had went up in the trees to get a little bit higher. There's some, like, frozen brush in the way. You could try to sneak up to that if you're trying to stealth up there to look first, or...
Yeah, I want to see if I can perceive anything. So, like, sneak up and try to perceive, like, if they're wearing, like, winter court armor or like any insignias or I don't know, signs of something not being right.
Stealth check, disadvantage.
Oh, why every time? All right. 8.
You're trying to get up there, but like there's just so much ice and stuff falling off of branches as you're moving up. You know you're not being quiet about it, but you don't hear any kind of reaction from them, and then you kind of peek through the bushes over at them. Do a perception check as well, disadvantage. It's not very high DC, but just to see how much you get.
13.
13. So you do see, like they said, there's these two goblins, pink skin, which kind of denotes that they're spring goblins. You do see the two Eladrins. One very much has spring traits to them, as well as the summer Eladrin. It's also a satyr. There's a cat kind of like hopping around, not your cat, but it's like more of a forest cat. Just kind of running. They're all like jogging around a circle around this big rock. And there's also a bird person, Aarakocra, running around as well. They don't seem to be wearing any kind of like armor that would denote a court. It just seems to be peoples, just wearing clothes that you would normally see a common Feywild person wearing. Other than the cat's just a forest cat.
Is
They're
it
all
typical
like, jogging
for
in a circle, kind of laughing?
So goblins, on it, like Faerun side, are typically like kind of bandit-y. Not always, obviously, but is that kind of the same thing here, or do like Eladrin and like goblins here get along better?
Yeah, they get along better. Goblins still kind of like congregate together, but they aren't as like get in a cave and do some nasty things. Not like that. Not like that. Goblins, like they're not as nefarious as Faerun side goblins. They're more mischievous.
Freaky in caves sometimes.
Yeah, I mean these ones do too. They're more mischievous rather than nefarious like Faerun side goblins or material plane side.
It ain't. Here's the plan. One of us. Is there like frozen grass nearby?
All over.
Okay, I break off 3 pieces. Measuring them out, making sure one's the shorter one. One of us 3 goes over there and figures out if it's safe. And then if that person starts laughing and running around the rock, we know the rest of us should go in there and save them.
Can I offer just a slight tweak on this plan?
Sure.
I send Huey over to start with.
That's a good idea.
Just to see like what's going on, just like getting closer to the rock, seeing how he's feeling.
Can Huey talk to things other than you if he wants to?
Yes, he's talked out loud to y'all.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, he's that. Hi, I'm Huey.
I don't sound like that.
I don't sound like that. That's right. I remember.
I hate Kelborn.
He says in your head.
Kelborn almost says it, and
And actually, if it's important, a fun party trick we can do is I will then, for the first time that they've seen, I'll just have like Huey open his mouth and I'm gonna speak through him and say, I can talk through him as well if it's necessary.
that'll probably be necessary.
What do you mean? I can't talk for myself.
Yeah, don't let him talk for himself.
I was gonna try talking in Sylvan to see if that gets a different reaction out of them.
I can't talk for myself.
You
I'm gonna eat your fairy.
No, I told you you couldn't.
But he's mocking me.
Well, look, it'll be okay. You can be mocked here, or you can be tortured in the other place.
Oh, true. Maybe he could be tortured in the other place.
You know, for a second
No.
I felt sad for you, and now I don't anymore.
That's not something we want to happen.
Just an idea that we're throwing ideas around.
Oh, that's not a great idea. Yeah, I'll have Huey fly over, and say through him and Sylvan, are you all right?
How close to see we get to them?
Within 15 feet.
Do a charisma saving throw.
For little Huey?
For little Huey.
Little Huey?
Little Huey.
Oh, okay. Huey's pretty charismatic. That's a dirty 20.
Nice. Yeah, you say this through him, and as each person's running around the rock, they turn to address Huey. They're like, "Yes, come join us. Come join us in the Fey race."
When does the race end?
When somebody wins.
How long has this race been going on?
I don't know. Nobody's won yet.
How trampled is the snow around this rock?
I could do a perception check.
Can I get advantage because I'm looking through Huey?
Yeah, so it'd be flat.
It's so trampled, it's iced over.
That's not gonna be great. 8.
I mean, there's no snow.
Suspicious in and of itself in the winter court.
Well, the spring court, now the winter court, you know.
An extension of the winter court.
Yeah, it's an annex.
I'll have Huey fly over and like come back to my own senses. They're doing a race around the rock. The Fey race. Does that ring any bells?
Do a history check, Hellborn. Disadvantage, obviously.
Stop saying that word.
I have to remind you.
Oh, it's not bad. But you said history, so it is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Delilah does say, "Oh, that's a never-ending race."
That's a never-ending race.
Yeah, so the rock must have some kind of Fey magics on it.
Yeah, the rock Fey magic.
She kind of side eyes Hellborn, keeps looking at it, and then looks back to Benjamin.
Great. So I think we should keep a fair distance away from the rock then, so we are not caught up in the race.
Probably, if you don't want to run until you die.
I don't.
That's unfortunate for them.
Yeah, they can last a little bit longer than material planers, though. Hopefully, we'll get out of it eventually.
How does one get out of it usually, besides death?
Yeah, hit them pretty good. They might come to their senses.
Maybe we could make some snowballs and throw them at them.
Did you say it's the rock that does it?
It must be the rock. That's what they're running around. It's whatever the source of the magic is that what causes the race to begin.
I just can't remember if I used my Dispel Magic or not. It's one thing that sucks about it.
I don't think so. You brought it up, but you didn't use it.
I'm gonna try and Dispel Magic the rock.
Okay. Do a spell attack. Like, yeah, do like a range attack using your spell casting modifier.
Spell attack or
no, that's
or
not how
modifier?
that's not how Dispel Magic works.
Yeah.
How does
hold
Dispel
on.
Magic work?
Let's look it up.
You just add
It's the
your
same thing, right?
spellcasting modifier. So not your proficiency bonus, but you just roll a d20 plus your modifier for your casting stat.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming wisdom for you.
It should be because you're a ranger boy.
I'm sorry. I was typing Dispel Magic, and then my brain farted. It chose to ignore you guys.
Roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier, which should be your wisdom score.
Hey! Okay. 18, 19, 20.
All right. Take 9 points of damage as the rash continues to grow over your hands. But
thanks.
you send the spell out, and slowly you see confusion start to come over these creatures' faces as they begin to slow down and stop. They all kind of just look around.
Right, let's go. I'm gonna run over.
All right, you run over.
Oh.
One of the little goblins.
Oh, hi. Where are we?
What's the
Me?
last
Where
thing
am
you
I?
remember?
I was walking through the forest.
Was it
picking
covered
some-
in snow?
No.
Okay. So, long story short, the Winter Court has taken over this land.
Oh, that's not good.
You were stuck.
Why'd they do that?
I don't. Politics, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I get it. Don't have to tell me anything further.
Anyways, you were all running around the rock for quite some time, at least 7 years.
Oh. Well, that's, I gotta get home. It
Well-
runs off into the forest.
Watch out for giants.
And anybody who stayed, yeah. The Spring Court is infested with Fomorians. Some of them do wear fedoras because I keep wanting to say Fedorians.
Very strange fashion choice, but all right.
Yes, and the Winter Court and Queen Isabella. So be careful.
I don't know why.
Be very careful in all the things that you do. We have to be going.
Oh, well, thank you for saving us.
Yeah, I couldn't leave you there. Eddie.
They all run off in different directions to do whatever it is they have to do.
We did a good deed.
Yes, I was gonna start blowing up the rock.
Do you
That
think they were
works too.
safer with the rock?
Questionable.
Let's-
Kind of a 6 one way, half a dozen another. I don't think it's better or worse.
Let's not think about it too long. Alright, best we get going.
All right. You continue off once again. Give me another survival check. Advantage.
Oh, what the shit? At least it's +6, so 11 total.
All right. You continue forward. Before too long, you see both of the twins jump down from the tree branches. They don't land right in front of you. They land a little bit ahead of you. And they kind of land in front of this rock. And the forest kind of narrows when it comes up to this rock and then splits into two directions. And you see their backs are turned to you, and they seem to be addressing somebody that's standing on the rock.
There's more magic rocks. Did you say what kind of figure?
I didn't say you aren't close enough. You can't see it from because they're standing in between you and them.
Oh, okay.
I try to lean around, get a look at this person.
Yeah, you're still 15 feet back, kind of still move. I don't know if you're still moving forward or not. You could be, if you wanted to. But they seem to be talking to it's a small furry creature that's standing on the rock. You can kind of see it has a long, not long, but it has a longer tail with stripes on it. Kind of an elongated nose, little pointed ears. It's maybe 1.5 feet tall, maybe 2 feet.
It's a doodle, has it?
Actually, I wouldn't even say 2 feet. It's a foot or 1.5 feet tall.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna make sure it wasn't one of those fake hat things that we saw outside of Phandelver. Okay.
Nope. It looks more rat-like.
Yeah, sounded like rat or weasel, like ferret looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is it?
And it's some little ferret weasel thing.
You could do a nature check if you'd like, Elmore.
I'm just gonna fail.
If you guys are staying back talking to each other. You can see the twins are talking to it, and they like both have their hands on their hips.
9. That was the same as my last nature check.
Yeah, you're not sure.
It's like I never lived here. Just, you know, a lot of things in the Fae.
That's true. There's a lot of creatures.
I'm surprised there's even one duplicate of anything.
It's very okay. You know, it's all right. It's all right. We're all very tired.
I'm gonna have you re-roll, Kelborn, but roll flat this time because you should be getting advantage. I've been being too mean. You lived here. You should have advantage, but you have
that's so much
disadvantage. So it's
better.
flat.
18.
18.
I get a better look.
So, yes, this is it's like a big rat or a fair. It's called the boodle.
Oh, I was kind of close. I said the doodle. What's it? And I was just making shit up.
Mischievous little creatures are found in the forest.
Say the name one more time.
A boodle.
A boodle.
Boodle.
That's a boodle. What are they known for?
Being mischievous.
Oh, mischievous bastards.
Great. Let's, I guess, get closer to see why we're stopping.
He's probably asking what his name is.
As you get closer, you kind of overhear the twins like, "Are you going to tell us the direction, or do we have to go through all this your puzzles nonsense?" "Oh yes, of course you've got to go through the puzzle. That's how this works. It's like you've never been here before." They both, like, as you're approaching, they turn to look at all of you.
Guess we're doing this.
Yes, you know the drill.
Of course, yes I do, because I'm from here.
Even though we're from here, we don't have to like it. It's just kind of our lives. So
I just lean over to Siegfried. I'm like, sounds like it's a pain in the ass.
Oh, it's the worst.
Like, fucking magic rocks you run around until you die. Little rats that won't let you go unless you say puzzles, like solve the riddles.
Is the too far? Can we go back now?
Oh, I'll let you go, but going is the puzzle. There are two paths. You must decide which one is right. And if not, you'll come back here. And maybe some other things might happen until you get it right.
It felt like that was going to rhyme, and then it just kind of went to...
I can't be bothered.
A poodle can't be bothered.
The poodle can't be bothered to rhyme.
Well, you said the word right twice. So, one would think you'd take the right path. But you know someone's gonna think to take the right path because you said right twice. So we like take the left path.
Ooh,
but
I like... Oh
no.
Knowing that we're smart enough to take the left path because you pointed out the right path, we take the right path.
Oh, I like the thinking on this guy.
What do you think?
Are there like rules to this thing, or is it just figuring it out?
Nope, you just have to figure it out, and if you get it wrong, fun things will happen. And if you get it right, you move to the next part, and you do it again.
What if...
Wait,
do we get a hint?
Nope.
are you gonna be at the next part as well, or is this like the
Yes.
next? Okay.
And I'll tell you if you got it right. And if you get it wrong, I will be here and tell you got it wrong. Isn't this fun?
Not exactly.
Well,
What would be more fun is if you would reveal the paths we need, as I'm going to cast
No.
command on it
all right.
and give it disadvantage.
All right.
Let's go, Benjamin.
Damn it.
Let's not
Damn
put up
you.
with this bullshit.
I know
Well-
I may be stretching the one-word command, but
Oh, what is your one-word command?
it would be reveal.
He just like points to the left. There.
Bam!
Okay.
To its left or our left?
We go the direction it points.
Yeah,
It's left, which is still right. Yeah!
Now let me look at command.
Once it completes it, it's done.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you walk through this, like the boughs of the trees kind of create a tunnel, blocking out any sunlight to come through. You walk through, and it's like you can't see where you're walking at first, but you know it's the old video game where it's a dark doorway and you walk through and instantly you see everything. And a very similar little grove appears in front of you, with this boodle standing
How
on another rock.
similar?
Almost exactly the same. There's a little like wooden sign behind him. One says right and one says left. The one before said here and there, so you could tell that that part's different at least.
Okay.
Okay, you got past the first one. Oh, also Benjamin, you don't take any damage. You were cured. Never mind.
Nope. Healthy. I'm a healthy boy.
Very tricky of you using your spells, but now you have to do it by yourselves. I got it that time. Selves and spells. They both end with that, so counts as Rime.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about that one.
Oh,
I
it
think it was a
counts.
slant rhyme. You don't have any little like quip about which direction we're supposed to go this time?
No hints.
Right or left?
What is the point of this?
I don't know. What's the point of anything?
You know, we don't need to get that existential.
I'll tell you.
We're hanging on by a thread here, bud. Look,
This is
we
the
can't
point
go
of
down
my
this path
sword.
right now.
Oh, but which path are you going to go down? Which one is right and which one is left?
You know, yeah, I believe, Kelborn, you mentioned a story about a Minotaur
right.
who always went left.
It's right. I
And-
almost said his name. Sorry.
You said his name before, I think, in this campaign.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Or a different one. You've mentioned it at some point.
Igor the Wise. That's what they called him.
And if it's just a choice between left or right, starting with left is just as good as starting with right.
Never
Aye, that's
fails.
sound thought.
Well, if we go left 3 times, then that's the right path.
I like his thinking.
That's some Feywild bullshit if I've ever heard anything. Honestly, that could truly be the answer.
That
That
could
sounds
be.
very clever.
That could be the answer.
Great, let's go down the left path then.
All right. Can I get a D100, please?
Oh, shite. I'll do it. I'm
Yes.
the one who made the decision.
You made the decision. You rolled the dice.
54.
54.
Nice. Nothing terrible's in the middle of a list.
All
That's
right. You walk through, and once again, you appear in the grove. Once again, you see the sign says left and right. And the boodle says, "Oh, sorry, wrong path." All of you kind of, you thought something was going to happen, and Kelborn, out of your breastplate pops Sphinx with her acorns. I'm not feeling this Fey whiskey anymore. Did something happen?
Oh yes, we ran into a boodle.
Oh, and you're going through its maze.
Aye.
So, actually, hold on. Everybody roll me 5d6.
What?
No reason.
Just rolling up a new character.
now I'm gonna need you to do that 6 times, 7 times.
That's only 4d6. Boy, what is this math? Okay.
You can write down that number and also tell me. Just write it down somewhere. It's not super important, but
16.
16,
15.
15,
16.
I got a 19.
19. So, if it ends up coming up, that's how many days you are immune to being intoxicated by alcohol.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting. Right, you said take the left path 3 times, so let's do it 2 more.
No.
No, I mean,
No.
let's be honest, we take the right path and it's just gonna be nothing again. I think Siegfried had it right.
We came back to the exact same place. I think we do just have to take the other path now. Right, because the left and the right was the second intersection we came to.
Who's to say? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because the first one was this or that, and the
Was
second
here
one
and there.
left or right. Here or there. I'm writing this down now. So the right path.
Right, I think you're making a mistake here, but
I vote to go down the right path.
right?
I agree.
Okay.
All right. You walk down the right path. You come to a clearing. The sign says this or that. You found the next one. Hooray! Choose again.
I don't know if there's a pattern to this.
Is this fun yet?
Fun isn't quite the word.
Right. It's been right twice now. So
It has
let's take
not
it.
been right twice now.
Wait, no, it has.
No, we've gone left and then right.
What?
Are you sure you've been in a forest before?
No, I swear
Because I said which way was he pointing?
The first one was left, but
Hey, no, he was facing our direction, pointed towards left, so it was our right.
it was meant to be your left. Whatever.
Damn it. Okay, so I
Yeah,
wrote it down
sorry.
wrong then.
Yes, sorry. It was your left he pointed to. I didn't clarify because we just kind of brushed past it after
Gotcha.
it was brought up. Yes.
I was just making it more difficult than it.
Okay.
So
Now
it's
we're
been
on the
left and
same
right.
page.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So it's been left and then right. So do we go left again?
It feels like this is the only thing I could think of. If you would actually be walking, you would alternate feet, left, right, left, right, left, right. So left.
Old spring court. War music says left, 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 right, left. So
That already breaks the pattern. Good try.
It's working. They're going crazy.
Oh my god.
right, so I'm thinking actually on my boodle check earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, are all these just bullshit? There's like is there actually an end? Or do you usually just have to kill these things?
You like it's not that they all like run a maze or whatever. They're just kind of creatures. This one happens to run a maze, is what I'll say. As far as knowing if there's a like, you would assume there would be an end because, you know what? I'll make sure he knows. He'll say, "There is an end to this. Don't you worry. There is an end." He's not
don't
gonna lie
trust
to
you.
All right, then
Mr.
kill me and see what happens.
Mr. Boodle. What do you want most in this world?
For you to play my game.
Oh
Got him.
That's happening. So
my. Right. Okay. Left or right?
I believe you mean this or that.
This or that?
all right, I'm gonna. I point to the left, which I believe would be this.
Everybody else?
Sure.
Great.
All right. You go left. You come to another clearing. This is Yawn and Near on the signs.
Yawn
How
in
many-
here?
Yawn, Y-O-N, and Near, N-E-A-R.
How many different 2-word pairs do you have for going different directions?
I don't know. Depends on how long it takes you to do this. I may raise or lower it.
Because I thought we were going to be done after this or that.
Only because I stole it from you.
I just start
So
walking
here?
down the right path.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody follow him?
Yes, I'll follow.
Yeah.
Alright. Tobo and roll me a D100.
Okay. So to the left again.
20 exactly.
20 exactly. As you are walking and you start to see the what's it called? The grove appear in front of you again. I need you to do dexterity saving throw, please. Everybody.
Realized what you were looking for at the beginning before we started recording.
You said everybody, Baka?
12, which totally makes it.
That's
This is at disadvantage, right?
Nope, saving throws are not.
Oh, okay.
That's a 9.
13.
Kelborn, as you are walking forward to this grove again, seeing the same sign, suddenly your feet come out from underneath you and you fall flat on your back in a puddle of grease. Benjamin does so as well as the two twins. And Siegfried just stands there watching you all fall over. For the fun of it.
What's Siegfried
The
roll
owlbear
again?
falls over on you too. What?
What'd you roll, Siegfried?
13.
What? That's what. Isn't
Yeah,
that what I rolled?
You had a 12.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just knocked prone for a second and you're all like in a pile.
It's like as I'm laying there, I say both out loud and towards the boodle, what would happen if we killed him?
Not good things, I bet.
Apparently, nobody's ever killed a poodle before.
That sounds like bullshit.
No, I just don't know what happens.
The way this is going, I think someone's killed a boodle before.
Although people of the Fae take great joy in this.
It's true. This is a pastime.
Yeah, sounds great. I would love to have to do this just to like get to my own house or something.
It's great coming home after work.
Yeah,
Long
just
day.
absolutely so tired, bone weary. Just want to put my feet up. Ooh, little boodle. Ooh, play my game, left or right.
The Spring Court Postal Service loves it.
We go down the left path.
All right. At the final area, well, he'll say, "Oh, this is the final part. Which way do you go? To the bog or to the swamp?" And there's a sign. One points to the bog, one points to, or one's point. The one pointed to the left, your left, says to the bog. The one pointed to your right says the swamp.
We're looking for the bog, so
Yes. So to the left. Okay.
All right. You start going to the left.
Yep.
Siegfried, roll a D100 for me,
Ah.
please.
Son of a bitch.
That is a 18.
An 18. Let's see. I think I'll have you roll again. Just a second. Nope. All of you start to feel it itching on your face.
More itching.
As long feathers start to grow off your face and create a beard.
Oh, I hate this.
You know, I've been thinking about growing my beard out.
You know, that's probably how it'll grow into. You know, since you're part celestial and all.
And the boodle's, oh, sorry, I had the sign the wrong way, and he spins it so that the so that they face the opposite ways now. The swamp goes to the left, the bog goes to the right.
This boodle is so much fun.
So much Feywild bullshit. Just go to the right. Get me away from this boodle.
You start walking to the right. Roll me a D100, please, Benjamin.
I'm going to murder this creature. 33.
33. Oh god.
Oh no.
You don't notice anything for now.
Okay.
We're back with the boodle.
Yep. Oh, gotcha.
So
I march up to this creature. And I'm gonna send 2 Eldritch Blasts over its head.
All right. You shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts, and they explode the sign behind him. Had you shot anything with this, it would have done maximum damage, but now that is gone.
Oh, that's annoying. Okay.
that sucks.
Well, now I can't fix the sign. I forgot you had to take the signs off and put them back up. If you twist them, it just changes the paths. If you go to your left, you should be fine, though. The fun's gone now that you're mad.
Good. Thank you.
That's very mature.
Yes, I am a very mature boodle.
Right, let's take the left path.
I as everyone else is walking down there, look at this boodle and whisper to it as everyone walks off. If we end up back here again, going down this path, I will find out what happens when you kill a boodle.
Oh, I can't wait to find out.
Walk down the left path with everyone else.
You walk down the left path, and the trees begin to thin in front of you as you find yourself at the edge of a bog.
Just call back out into the forest. You're fucking lucky.
No, I'm a boodle. As the voice disappears.
Wow. I forgot how much I hated living here.
Yeah, it's not great most of the time. They romanticize it so much on the material plane, but
I know, right?
there's a lot of that.
There's a lot of books now on the material plane where they fall in love with fake creatures.
Hey, you don't want to do that.
There's also a lot of weird age gap stuff with that, where they're like a 10,000-year-old fae and you're a cute 22-year-old.
Did you just say hentai?
What? No.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I don't know.
I haven't read those books. Get a bit. You lived in where did you get those books living in the forest?
We have books in the Fae for the last time, Benjamin.
He didn't always live in the forest. Just when he was on patrol.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Right, anyways, let's get a good distance away.
Yes. I don't. No more boodles.
All right. Do you start making your way into the bog, or do you try to like walk around it at first?
Do you know if she's in the bog or if we should go around?
Oh yeah, she's a ways in. She has a it's like a how do you say it? It's a pile of like plant material built up. It's almost like you know how they have like beaver lodges. It's kind of like that, but it's made out of like plants and stuff, and then fortified with, I don't know. It's very strange. Trolls, you know.
Like a bunker?
Yeah, you could say that.
Right, well, should we go through the swamp or around is what I'm asking.
Well, it depends. Are you worried about getting grabbed by beasties from under the peat moss, or are you okay with that?
It's not frozen over.
I mean, it is, but you're pretty heavy.
Well, that's rude.
I mean,
I wasn't worried about that, but now I guess I am.
up to you all.
I mean, we're gonna have to walk into the bog eventually.
Hey,
How much time would we save walking around it before we would have to get to hers regardless?
Well, it would take more time to walk around than just go straight shot through the bog. Going around would add like 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
it's not.
I just didn't know if I wanted to say the same time as like the material plane, or if we wanted to be weird about it, you know.
Oh.
It's 4,445 frog leaps.
Yeah.
That's
I converted it for all of you.
That's an 8.
that sounds like some fantastic Feywild bullshit.
Is it dark in here?
No, it's later day. Like there's no like trees over. There's trees overhanging, but they're not dense enough or tall enough to like block out any sunlight. There's like cypress trees and stuff hanging off the sides.
That won't work then. I was thinking of this other story I heard about this boy who waded in water, and he would shine a light and it would reflect the things in the water's eyes. I thought maybe we could avoid monsters that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay if we go directly through, but I also do not have the magic rash still.
Hey, that's right. You got some kind of disease going on. I don't know if water's going to irritate that or not.
Yeah. Don't. When we find Galliandra, don't tell her.
All right. You should tell your partners about your history, though.
Yeah, I mean, like you should, if you don't know if it's
I'm gonna have it
communicable,
looked
but
at by a professional.
Okay, just should still be honest about those things, though.
She'd understand.
I mean, how are you two feeling about getting into another fight? I'm fine. I got all my stuff back on a short rest, so I'm good to go.
Honestly, I want to get out all my pimped up anger from the boodle on something.
I should be okay.
Let's do the quick route then.
Let's do the quick route then.
That's what Baka was looking
I changed my mind.
for.
I can't remember.
Baka's pulling up a map, getting us over there.
No, I would never. All right. Marching order.
I guess I'll go first because it's my damn swamp. Well, my
Damn swamp.
side
My
quest.
damn swamp.
Shrek.
Shrek. Donkey.
I'll do a
Donkey.
second.
Cool. I'll bring up the back.
All right.
That's how we all got the rash.
I didn't want to hear about it.
That's how we got the rash. Not that it's anything's wrong with that. That's just not how we got the rash.
No, that's not how we got the rash. I do apologize.
Good.
It was a much cooler way. I mean, we did fight like a corrupted unicorn and then saved its life. And then like through the process of that, got this weird magical disease. So like,
I've heard it before.
It's a cool rash. Yeah.
You would think that the unicorn could have cured us.
You know you're right. What a jerk.
Did the unicorn know you had an illness, or did you keep it until you got into the Feywild?
It's a unicorn. I feel like it should have known.
I mean, they're not omnipotent.
didn't really realize at the time, and perhaps thought or forgot that I cast mage armor on myself every morning, so we weren't clued in on it until I messaged Baka halfway through the week and was like, hey, this could be a thing that happened. What do you want to do about it?
And then he said, I'm going to make you hurt for it. All right, what are you doing while you're proceeding?
I'm gonna get a long stick if I can find one, a real long stick, and start poking in front of us.
Okay, poking in front. Anybody else do anything?
Siegfried's gonna talk to the fawns. They're following us, right?
Yeah, they're with you.
So what kind of trees are these?
Well, these cypress trees mostly.
Siegfried
is walking and sketching.
Benjamin?
At least you got one accurate tree in that book.
I was just thinking about that. I'm just keeping an eye out with Huey for anything that's burbling or squelching through this bog with us.
All right, Huey can do you can do a perception check, flat. Kelborn can do a survival check flat because the fawns will help you.
Woo-hoo.
Absolutely not. I rolled a 2, so.
I rolled a 12.
Great. We're gonna get ambushed, y'all.
Kelborn, as you're poking with your stick, suddenly you hit something.
I hit something. I didn't think ahead enough to know what to do once I hit something. Go around.
What is it?
I don't know. Let's just go around and play it safe.
All right. How far around do you go?
Out of its threat range.
So
we'll take like 15
the stick off it?
15. Yeah, I remove the stick slightly. I want to keep in that same area so I kind of remember where it was. And I'm going to go like 15 feet curving around the left of it.
I will say your stick isn't 15 feet long.
Oh, it's not that long. Yeah, that's
no.
a good point.
Huge stick.
Okay, well then I take my stick off of it, but I am moving 15 feet around where I poked this thing.
Are you moving quietly?
Yes.
All right, everybody give me a stealth check, disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it can't be much worse than that, can it?
I got a 10.
13.
6.
Good numbers, y'all. Good numbers.
Siegfried.
No.
How does an 18 feel?
For damage or to hit?
To hit.
That'll hit.
All right. You feel something slide around your foot. Give me a strength saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Hey, not bad. 13.
13. As you feel this thing wrap around your foot, you feel a tug, but you're able to stir to yourself, and it doesn't pull you under, but it does have a hold of your foot.
I'm being pulled again. This is deja vu.
Deja vu. Let's roll initiative.
Oh no.
Hey.
Back to being pulled back by that root.
feel like this is the initiative I always roll.
Cool. Love that disadvantage.
Oh, it's disadvantage, right? Never mind. I'm not gonna roll that.
Yep.
Oh, I rolled better. So yes, it was still the initiative that I always rolled.
All right, let me. Excuse me. I got a little bit of a cough still. Poor little me. Let me get the twins here.
Perhaps a frog in your throat.
A little bit of a froggy.
Bit of the consumption.
Yep, the consumption's got me. Oh, they rolled good.
Good for them.
Okay, cool. 25 to 20.
No. That's ambitious.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Those are numbers.
The twins rolled above 20, both of them.
Well, good for them.
Don't have disadvantage and probably pretty good decks since they're archers.
20 to 15.
Guys, does our group just suck?
I've been rolling disadvantage and I only got a +1 to my decks.
I feel you.
All right. 15 to 10.
14, sir.
What the other two of you get?
$5.
$5.
3.
Is it a 5 for Siegfried and a 3 from Benjamin?
Yes.
I didn't get the lowest for once.
I think one of my die has been rolling like absolute dog shit tonight.
All right.
I've rolled so many under 5s.
We're gonna bring you back to this really cool map that I made, and it's so big, so I'm sorry you guys have to find yourselves. I made it big for the chase.
Look at all this water. That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah, it's like frozen over bog, you know.
Yeah.
This is not the order we were in.
Well, you can fix yourselves then.
It's just... Here we go.
Let's see. Can I do this easily, or is it gonna hate me? It's gonna hate me. Cool. Believe it or not, I didn't plan this.
I don't believe it.
Oh, okay. Then don't believe it.
I believe it as much as I believe the boodle.
The
We're
boodle.
supposed to take longer in the boodle maze. We didn't kill enough time there.
No.
We didn't kill enough boodle there.
I actually took 2 rounds off of the boodle. I'm like, this has run its course. We're done here.
Oh, Lord.
Put you here. All right. Oh. And that. And this.
That's too many things.
No, you're fine. Why isn't your nameplate up? You were. Wait, were you? Damn it! I forgot which font was which. I nameplated them on one screen and not the other. Okay, that's what I thought. We've got, just so you guys know who is who, we got Meredith over here.
So Meredith here.
And Delilah here.
Also here. Okay, that's not how the boodle did things.
And both of them are going to use their action to kind of back up from you, Siegfried, and hold a shot.
If their
That
names
being
were
said.
supposed to appear, I do not see them. But that's
You guys don't see nameplates?
negative.
Nope, there's a second box you need to check for us to see them.
It's not really a big deal. Which one's on the left? Which one's on the right?
Meredith is on the left. I'll ping her. She's this one. Delilah is this one. Right. Siegfried.
Do another strength save, Siegfried. Oh boy. Good thing I made a strength save, not an attack. I'll tell you that much.
6.
Siegfried is pulled under the peat moss.
Oh.
So is this like, how solid is this ground that we're on?
Like, it's solid. Like when you walk on it, like your foot goes through the ice and the peat moss a little bit, but there is like some kind of a sturdy layer. But this thing has just pulled him straight through that.
Okay, so he's gotten like pulled through some sort of a muckish layer.
Yeah, like the roots kind of make a compact enough ground to hold you up, but being ripped forcefully through it is able to be done.
Cool. Love that for us.
Speaking of, Kelborn, it is your turn.
Can I catch any glimpse of this thing?
Do a perception.
That's disadvantage, isn't it?
It is, yay.
Oh, hey, this is good. This is good. Hopefully good enough. 16?
16. Yeah, you see like these tentacles, like viney tentacles wrapping around Siegfried as it pulls him down, and you know the general area of where it's at.
Perfect. So I wasn't gonna do this until he got sucked under, and now I have to do it. Hunter's Mark.
All right, as you tap a Hunter's Mark onto it, you're gonna take some damage.
That's why I didn't want to do it, but I am now forced. You have forced my hand.
6 points of damage to you.
Okay, 6 points.
And it is marked.
Awesome. So now I should be able to track it because Hunter's Mark lets me know where it is.
Think you have perception on tracking it?
Let me double check. Make sure that
Or
wasn't
perception
all
on,
for naught.
sorry, advantage on tracking it. I'll check it with you. Because I always forget.
Yeah, you
what
have
the exact word of Hunter's Mark.
advantage.
Advantage on perception checks and
So
survival
it'd
checks.
be normal.
Yeah. But at least for this round, you know where it's at.
But I feel like that helps give me an excuse, like I can, like, to know relatively where it is. I feel like it sort of helps us. Okay, cool. So now that, like, I see it, I've Hunter's Marked it. Do I feel like it's within range to hit it with my sword or no?
Yeah, it's like right next to you right now.
Okay. Bring in my, gosh diggity darn, massive sword down upon it.
All right. You roll an attack with disadvantage, please.
Disadvantage.
Yes, the Hunter's Mark and seeing it let you know where it's at to strike, but you still don't have full sight on it, so it still would be disadvantage. If you didn't know where it was at all, you couldn't attack at all.
Would it be disadvantage? Oh, because it's, I was going to say, or would it be like partial cover? But I guess you're saying because I can't fully see it, so I guess.
Yep, instead of partial cover, it's just disadvantage instead.
I'm sorry, Benjamin. It was nice knowing, Siegfried.
Let's
It was
see.
nice knowing you. That's an 11 to hit.
That is going to miss. You also take 8 points of damage.
Splash. Wait, what? I take more damage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
You took damage last time you swung your sword.
Oh shit. I didn't realize my sword did it too. I'm gonna swing again.
All right.
I mean,
Is that or
else are you gonna
Siegfried
do?
dies? Oh no. 13?
It's gonna miss. You take 9 more points of damage.
Oh, I feel like absolute shit right now.
okay.
All right. Anything else from you, Kelborn?
Yeah. No, that was a bonus action and action. So, no.
All right. Siegfried. Oh, nope. Go ahead.
I'm wearing I'm wearing breastplate. Would that make me sink?
No, there's technically not rules for heavy armor in swimming. That
Okay.
was all
Well,
homebrew
technically
stuff
it's
I read
medium
before.
armor anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm gonna start swimming down. I don't know how technically far down I can swim because.
Yeah, you like jump down into the water, and you are right there with Siegfried and whatever this creature is.
Okay. That's my turn.
All right. Siegfried, you feel the space around you fill with water. You are unable to breathe, but you do have some time. What's your Constitution modifier?
+3.
Okay, you have plenty of time, hopefully, to get out of this. You do feel this tentacle wrapped around you. You do feel water displacement as somebody jumps in after you as well. After a sword gets plunged down twice, what would you like to do?
Okay. I hope I don't regret this. Oh my gosh. I am going to put my hand to my chest, and Siegfried begins to illuminate in 60 feet. I'm casting daylight on myself.
Casting daylight. All right. What are the effects of daylight?
And a 60-foot radius of light spreads out from a point you choose within range. The sphere is bright light and sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet. If you choose a point on an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried, the light shines from the object and moves with it, completely covering the affected object with an opaque object such as a bowl or a helm blocks the light. If any of this spell's area overlaps an area of darkness created by a spell third or lower level or lower, the spell that created the darkness is dispelled.
All right, so it just brightens everything up down here.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. Yeah. You also take 10 points of damage. As you see this mass of vegetation become illuminated in front of you, and these gnashing teeth in some sort of strange maw shape in the center of this mass as it's pulling you towards it.
I hope this isn't a shambling mound. Oh, Baka, you dirty boy.
I mean, I can't swim away, right? Like it's
got a hold of you, so your movement speed is 0 right now.
Okay. I guess that's what I'm doing right now. I don't know that I can do anything else.
All right, Benjamin.
Okay. With all this extra light and all this extra funness, do I have a bit of this creature next to me?
I'm gonna say because it's the same round as Siegfried being pulled down and Kelborn jumped right in, in that same spot, you know generally where it is for this round.
Okay. I just need to get my grubby little fingers on it, if possible.
Yeah, you can get your grubby little thingies on there.
As I'm going to reach out towards some of these vines, channel my magic into it, and curse this plant creature.
All right. What does it need to do?
It needs to do a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Hiya. How does a 13?
That will fail, which means I am going to choose one ability score, which is going to be its strength, and it has disadvantage on checks and saving throws made with that ability.
All right. Very cool, very cool.
And I'm just gonna hold on, and I'm I guess I'll try to. Would Huey be able to give the help action without getting into the water for Kelborn's next attack?
He'd have to be right above it. But yeah.
That's fine. I'll just have him hang out. I'm assuming the creature's there. He may not be there, but wherever Huey needs to be to give Kelborn the help action.
All right. I'll say with the daylight spell going off,
it is enough for the twins to see this thing. And they are each going to shoot 3 times, landing quite a bit of their shots. And they'll do some damage as arrows. That's not the right dice. That's a fate dice. Arrows rain down into the muck and do some damage to this thing. Just making sure there's nothing that I need to worry about with resistance and stuff. All right. Anything else from Benjamin?
Oh, yeah. I'll summon my anchor and have it take an attack.
Okay.
That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Cool. For 5 cold damage.
Cold damage, you say?
Yes. If that means anything.
It does mean something.
Okay. In addition to whatever other nonsense might be happening, its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay. The top of the round, twins will volley another round of arrows, doing quite a bit more damage this time.
Good job, twins. Proud of you.
Yeah. They're doing it. Arrows are cool. It then gets to, actually, let me get an anchor just so we know it's there.
They have matching tattoos. It's like the best friend's necklace, but they just like put their wrists together, and it's cool.
All right. With that being said and done, it is now this creature's turn once again, and he's got his grubby little mitts. Actually, I was gonna have a mechanic happen here, and it should have happened twice at this point.
Nah.
Yeah. You like as these arrows rain down into this creature, Siegfried, you feel the tentacles loosen on you, and it no longer has a grapple on you. But it is going to take its attacks on you.
Fair enough.
First one, it's going to be a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Second one, whoo-wee, is only a 10.
That'll miss.
All right, let's see. It's going to do 11 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Very
like
cool.
Reaches out with these vines and smashes into your side, but you're able to avoid the second one. It then gets to Kelborn, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna second wind.
Right.
Yeah, I only got 3 HP.
Yeah.
It's fun times, guys. And then, so I mean, I can see this thing. It's bright now, and I've got a hunter's mark, so I feel like I can see it pretty good, and I don't care about the damage. I'm gonna swing my sword.
All right. Unfortunately,
trying to bisect
it is a disadvantage because you're in the water.
Huey's giving him advantage on the
Flat roll on the first one, disadvantage on the second.
That's a 14 to hit.
14's gonna miss. You take 7 points of damage.
This is starting to not be worth it. Oh boy. Okay, I'll take one more swing.
All right.
Then I'm tapped out because my health will literally be like 0. Hey. Oh wait, disadvantage. Sorry, I almost got excited there. Yeah. Okay, 14.
14's gonna miss, and you take 9 points of damage.
Okay. I hate Siegfried. Sorry, it was nice knowing you.
With that being said, it is Siegfried's turn.
I hate this. I I am going to.
Was this or the Boogle for longer?
I want the Boogle back. The Boodle.
The Boodle, yeah.
How deep under this water am I? Like, can I just swim out with my normal speed?
Yes, and you would still be within range of it, so.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'll swim out.
Siegfried's little head pops up above the water.
And as he does that, he begins to chant Eforabit inimicos meos sancto lumine. And I am casting Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
All right. Roll your attack.
Is this a disadvantage too?
Nope.
No.
23.
23 hits.
Hooray. Okay, let me gather all my d6s.
I'm just so upset that I just almost killed myself trying to kill this guy.
Do nothing back to it. Yeah, that's a nasty disease you guys got.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a good roll so far. Oh my goodness. $30 points.
30 points of damage. You take 6 points of damage.
Worth. I'll take it. Although I might not be saying that for much longer.
Yeah, this thing roils in pain as it starts to glow with this radiant light after being blasted by all these, like a bunch of orbs come out and collide into it, lighting it up. Anything else from Siegfried?
That's it.
All right, Benjamin.
Can I get any insight on what that cold damage potentially was doing?
Do a perception. Disadvantage.
No, that's below 10, so.
Yeah, no. It's like there's so much cold around here, you're not sure.
Cool. Well, we're gonna try some other things. Another new spell. I'm going to reach my hand out and like I'm pulling something up out of the water. I'm gonna cast Summon Shadow Spawn right next to this planty creature. And it is a drowned sailor that is just like leaking seawater from its eyes as it is the sorrow form.
One drowned sailor coming up.
Sorry, I got so many things I can just like.
There he is.
cover up.
Look at him. He's so cute.
I'm also positioning him so that like it's only me or the creatures within 5 feet of him, if at all possible.
Only you or the creature. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather have you or the creature?
It can be within 5 feet of me and the creature.
Okay.
I want it to be able to attack the creature, but not be within 5 feet of Kelborn or Siegfried.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Cool, great. I'm gonna have my little friend do its attack using the guiding bolt to start with.
I'll say since it's glowing, we can just show where it's at.
Oh, look at that thing.
It does have advantage.
Yep. That's gonna be 22.
22 hits.
Which is then going to be 11 cold damage again, which is kind of why I wanted to know what the cold damage was doing to this thing.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do an attack with my anchor.
Mm-hmm.
That's only a 13 to hit though, which I think
That will miss.
Okay. I'm gonna. I don't know if Kelborn's actually going to be taking another attack. So I'll have Huey. I'll have him assist me on one of my attacks next time, either from my dude or the anchor.
Okay. Top of the round. I should have rolled these already because they roll an ass ton of them. Miss.
Was an idiot. He's no longer cursed.
Hit.
That was stupid. I should have kept that up.
Hooray.
He's
Hit.
probably going to try and grapple you this round. Sorry. I didn't think about that.
So that was 3 hits. Bunch of damage. The twins are laying down the damage, let me tell you.
That is good, because someone needs to.
Fucking concentration. It's the bane of my existence.
As this next volley of arrows goes into the water and starts landing into this creature, Kelborn, you feel it start to move away from you and slink off.
Go ahead.
While it's within 5 feet, its speed is reduced by 20 feet.
Okay.
So any creature that starts its turn within 5 feet of the sorrowful spirit has its speed reduced by 20 feet.
Bad, because that means it can't leave. So now it's going to attack.
Sorry. I mean, it could use his action to dash out of there.
Yeah, he
That's
wants
true.
to dash. He totally wants
That's
to dash.
true. It does use its action action to dash,
I hope it uses his action to dash.
which to everybody but Kelborn becomes hidden under the peat moss again.
As it's running, like fleeing, I want to punch it.
Okay, you're gonna punch it.
Yes.
Roll an unarmed attack.
Oh my!
It's moving out of my range, right? Like I can still see it as it's moving.
Your head is above the water now. You can see it move away, but it's like there's a layer of peat moss over all the water and it's frozen, so it's underneath that now. So you see it move away, but as it's like out of your range, you'll lose it.
But like I could attack of opportunity.
Yes, with. Do you have Warcaster?
Yes, I do.
Okay, then yes, you can.
I believe my little friend would get an attack of opportunity as well.
Yeah.
I rolled another 14 for my punch, so
That's a good miss.
I don't know why I'm rolling so bad tonight.
Well, you do have disadvantage on your punch as well.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. You want to see if I rolled one? I didn't. I rolled a nat 20. So I wasted that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Would Huey's advantage count for this?
It is on the next attack, so yes.
Okay.
I'm casting inflict wounds on this.
Oh.
I miss. I only got an 11 with my.
Okay.
16.
16 hits.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. Don't die because of the rat.
Don't jinx me.
Y'all are playing real fast and loose with this rash situation.
Well, the thing is that if I heal, I lose health. If I damage, I lose health. So
It's just
lose health regardless.
Good points.
28, 29.
29. You feel like the tendrils falling off and decaying as you inflict all this damage into it, but it does slither out of your grasp. You do take 7 points of damage.
Darn tootin'.
Darn tootin' I do. But very injured, this thing moves away from you. Technically, we have another round. Are people going to chase it?
Like, I'll send. I know I don't have exact line of sight on it, but I'll send my shadow spawn after it.
Okay.
It has movement of 40, so I don't know if it can get close enough to try to take an attack on it.
You can do a perception check to see if you can find it.
By me or the creature?
The creature, because the creature's the one going to attack it.
17.
Yeah, it like can follow the. You see like a loam moving across the peat and is able to follow after it.
That was a good visual.
That's
in
gonna
my brain.
miss with another 11 though.
Yeah, he like punches through, but doesn't break all the way through the roots and peat moss. Thing is gonna continue to move unless people keep chasing after it.
I'm not gonna continue to chase it if it's continuing to move away.
Yeah, it seems to be like, ow, this hurts too much. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Because I'll just die if I try to get anything.
My dude's gonna take one more attack of opportunity though, and that is a 19 to hit.
Disadvantage.
For
Okay, it misses.
what?
It is
Sorry.
a 4, it just misses.
No, 19 to hit.
Oh, it was disadvantaged because you were above the water. Above the peak. Like it knew where it was, but it still had disadvantage to attack.
Oh, sorry. I got a 20 then, so it still would have been an.
Oh yeah, it still hits.
For 9 damage, 9
Cold damage? All right, well then it gains enough to come back and no, it's still leaving.
You mad?
Son of a bitch! I thought that's what it was.
No, it just resists it. Yeah.
Okay.
It fully leaves your space, and the bog once again calms down.
Let's resurface. Spit water out. Oh, you're still alive. That's good.
Are you?
Maybe.
You're not really looking the greatest there.
No. You know, you're pretty good with healing, Siegfried. Let's say that I could heal myself for, like, what would feel like a level 2 spell, like 2d8 plus 3. Whatever that means. Do you think I can out heal the rash damage?
Possibly, but probably not by much.
I'm gonna cure wounds level 2.
Okay. It's all about experimenting, folks.
Of like 10 damage every time you do this.
Roll
So you
high,
have to
baby.
roll
No!
above average on this.
You want me to roll high?
No.
What'd you get?
I rolled 4 healing plus 3.
Hey. You get 7
7.
healing, you take 6 damage.
Woo! We're coming out on top.
It's like one scrape heals.
Want to gamble it again?
Kind of. I mean, I can't roll that bad again.
Yeah, that's true.
You absolutely you can roll
Kelborn.
worse.
Kelborn, don't you have any potions on you?
I'm stingy. Don't you know those? Don't you know those are limited resources?
Kelborn,
You have to stock
You are
them
going
until
to
you
die.
reach 99, the max amount you can carry, and then you can use some.
Kelborn, please understand that if you fall, I cannot pick you up.
No, I believe that, but I don't actually have any potions. I was just giving you a wee goof.
Kelborn, roll me an intelligence check, please.
Oh, that's not gonna go well.
Disadvantage. I know. I just want to see if, for some miracle, you roll well on a disadvantage.
I rolled a 2 and a 3, so that would be a I think that's a 1. Yeah, a 1.
For the long shot, Siegfried, roll me an intelligence check.
Oh boy. Also not my strong suit. 19.
None of our
though.
strong suits.
A 19. I will give you this so you guys don't kill yourselves. Kelborn has been taking damage from his sword when he uses it. So you can assume magical items also are causing this disease to happen. Potions are magical items.
Ah, good point.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sucks. I wasted my potion. That's good to know.
Yeah, this is awkward.
So
We we have no healing until I can rest and use my lesser restoration again.
Yes. So both of you need to be exceptionally careful as we're walking.
I hate everything about this. And I put my great sword, sling it across my back, and I pull out my stupid bow. One of these days, I'm gonna break this thing in half.
See, now you're using the proper weapon.
This Feywild is absolute bog water.
Should I be taking my breastplate off? It's magic.
Something actually.
It hasn't hurt you yet, for what you're aware of.
I think it's only if you like have something that you can actively use from it.
I think Fink should do the fighting since she doesn't have a rash.
Finks is sober. I don't know if Finks is up to do anything. Sounds like she's never been sober in her life.
This sucks.
She sounds like she's having a rough time of it.
Just sitting on Kelborn's shoulder. It sucks. I'm sober and now I'm all covered in bog water.
You're depressing, little pixie.
I know. That's why I drink.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
We're going to some dark places in tonight's episode.
Oh, this is not the Feywild romp I thought it was going to be.
Onward.
Welcome to the Bacchus Feywild, where everything's bad. All right.
I do have my spooky little sailor friend for the next hour, so they're just going to be trailing behind us.
All right.
Maybe we should make him
It's like having Kevhorn.
Just put him out in front so that, he gets shambling mounted and we can all run away.
He could lead, because he's just a dude, as long as no one stands too close to him.
And then when that happens, Huey can go in the front and we can use him as bait.
Just like as this drowned sailor just like walks past you, you just feel like the crushing despair of a sinking, like that you're on a sinking boat, and then once it moves past, you're fine, like you're good.
I didn't feel anything change. The Sphinx.
Sphinx, maybe after this, like, lay off the acorn for a little bit, just to switch it up a bit, so that you don't have so much of a crash.
She sips out of it. It's just nasty now. Anyway, you can continue forward.
Yeah, I'll have my dude be like 15 feet in front of us, just going along.
Your shambling drowned sailor is just like, he stumbles every once in a while when his fucking gets caught in the peat moss, but nothing really impedes him otherwise. And about 30 minutes later, you start to see built into like a bank along the side of the bog, a large loam of dried vegetation and strips of bark and wood, making almost like it's like a bunker almost, coming out of the bank side, like a taller bank side. Well, that's where she is.
All right, let's go see Ricola.
Yes, onward. I'll dismiss the shadow spawn, so it's not leading the way anymore.
All right, you walk up to this makeshift door that's in the front of it.
Does it look solid enough to knock?
Yeah, it looks solid enough to knock on. You hear a thudding coming from inside of heavy footsteps, and then they stop, and a little slit opens in the door, and you see.
I go into the side, so that she can't see me through the slit.
Do you tell the rest of us to hide?
No, I do that, and then I say, "We're here to kill the troll of the bog.
She looks around. She sees the twins. All right, what are you all playing at?
Damn it. The twins. Sorry. Thought it would be fun. Hello?
There's a pause, and then the door swings open, and crouching out from inside of this building, tall, green skin troll woman. Not like usually with trolls, it's like scraps of clothing that they have that they're just trailing through bogs and swamps. But she seems to be pretty well, not like fine dressing, but it's like clothing that's not all ripped up, like casual wear. She kind of towers over all of yous. Kelborn Kerrigan. I should have known you were here to try and kill me.
It's what all, You know, I can't think of anything. Come give me a hug.
She like walks up and just opposite of Billy, just envelops Kelborn in her arms, chuckling to herself as she does. Kind of like squeezes you a little harder than.
No, I'm about to die. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you don't look well for wear.
No, can we come in?
Of course, everybody, come on in, twins. It's good to see you. And who's the friends?
Oh, this is Benjamin and Siegfried. Siegfried, Benjamin. This is Grycola.
Nods her head to all of you. Oh, quick, come in before the bounds get you.
Is that herringbone?
You know it's herringbone. Shit.
Okay.
Welcomes you as you all make your way inside. That's where we'll end the evening. So, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Our group has traversed their way across the Fae. They've escaped the mighty Jub bird. They've made it past the Fae race, through the maze of the Boodle, and escape the clutches of the shambling mound in the bogs. What lies next? We'll find out next time. So, again, thank you so much for joining us. Have a good evening, everybody, and we'll keep making stories together as long as you join us for them. Goodbye.